morning and a very warm welcome. You're watching JanataTelevision HD and this is the English Bulletin with me, Prajwal Nepali. The top stories first. Hindu women observing Peace Festival today. Large number of people visiting temples despite the risks of COVID-19. Vice President of MCC visiting Nepal today. The high-level delegation will arrive for a 4-day visit. CPN-UML obstructs lower house meetings. Speaker defers house meeting until Friday. North Macedonia hospital fire kills at least 10 people. Number of patients being treated still unclear. And Alexander Zverev moves into the US Open semis, likely to face Novak Djokovic in the last 4. And now the news in detail. Hindu devotees, especially women, are observing the Peace Festival across the country today with great enthusiasm. Hundreds of women have been offering prayers to Lord Shiva and Goddess Parvati in various temples despite the risks of COVID-19. Married women observe fasting on this day for the well-being of their husbands. Large number of devotees gathered outside the Pashupati area of Kathmandu since early morning. Although the government has lifted restrictions, the Pashupati temple is yet to reopen. However, this had not deterred the revelers from visiting the temple premises. Legend is that Parvati, the daughter of mighty Himalaya, had a wish to marry Lord Shiva, the destroyer of the world, since her childhood. But her father was planning to get her married to Lord Vishnu, the protector of the world. After learning about her father's plan, she went into hiding in a cave and offered prayers to Lord Shiva without eating any food. Because of her steadfast prayers, her wish was fulfilled. People follow the same tradition to this day by offering prayers and fasting. It is believed that offering prayers and fasting will bring good fortune to the family. We now move to Pashupati area for live coverage with our correspondent Anusta Acharya. Hello Anusta. So what is the situation there today on the special day of Tees? Hello? Can you hear us, Anusta? So what is the situation there today on the special day of Tees? So we apologize for this. Maybe we are having some technical issues. We soon will be joining for the live coverage. Vice President of the US-funded Millennium Challenge Corporation, Fatema Sumar, is arriving in Kathmandu from Qatar today on a 4-day visit to Nepal. The Ministry of Foreign Affairs confirmed the high-level visit amid uncertainty regarding the endorsement of the American grant. The visit is viewed with a great interest and importance as the MCC is being strongly opposed from all quarters in Nepal. The government of Nepal and the US government had signed the MCC grant agreement 4 years ago to reduce poverty and promote sustainable socio-economic development. Under this agreement, the US government will be providing grant of rupees 50 billion for the construction of transmission lines and to build roads. The MCC delegation is scheduled to meet Prime Minister Sherbahadur Deuba, leaders of other political parties and high-ranking officials. We have our correspondent Anusta Acharya once again joining the live coverage. Hello Anusta, so what is the situation there on the special day of Tees today?
Hello, namaste, welcome back. I'm Anusta Acharya, live from Pashupatinath Temple. So, talking about the situation here in comparison to the earlier days, the situation here is, you can clearly see the masses going on rapidly. People are coming here to worship the Pashupatinath Temple, but the situation in comparison to the earlier days, people are very less in comparison. So people are not allowed to enter inside the Pashupatinath premises, but still the female devotees, they are worshipping the temple from the main gate of the Pashupatinath temple. Male devotees are not allowed to worship from the main gate, but still they are breaking the rules and worshipping from the main gate. Security forces are also urging people continuously to wear mask and maintain the social distancing, but we can also see very less security forces are here, so they are also in process of controlling the mass, but they are failing in it.
So, as we all are aware that the world has been devastated by COVID-19, so what impact has it made today?
Okay. We also interviewed some people here. They are talking that this is celebrated once in a year, so they are not afraid of coronavirus. Some people are also afraid and they are maintaining the social distancing. But most of the people, they are very unaware, and they were also claiming that they are already vaccinated, so they are seriously not afraid of coronavirus, as we can see clearly.
Thank you, Ms. Anusta, for joining us the live coverage. So, moving on, the House session that started yesterday has been postponed until tomorrow due to the obstruction created by the main opposition party UML. Both the first and second meetings of the House of Representatives were obstructed by the UML, arguing that Speaker Agni Sapkota did not approve the party's recommendation to take action against 14 of its former lawmakers. As the UML MPs continued their protest, Speaker Sapkota postponed the meeting for 15 minutes. The UML HOR members left their seats immediately after the Speaker recited the letter sent from the President's office on the House call and picketed the bell. The second meeting of the lower house witnessed similar obstruction after 15 minutes. Following the obstruction, Speaker Sapkota postponed the meeting for Friday. This is Janata Bulletin. We'll be right back after a short break. Welcome back after the break. We continue with other national news. The government yesterday confirmed a total of 1,347 new cases of coronavirus across the country. According to the Ministry of Health and Population, this takes the total number of cases of coronavirus to 773,529 in the country. Likewise, 2,161 people recovered during the period. So far, 733,161 people have recovered from the disease. Meanwhile, the virus claimed 10 lives yesterday, taking the death toll to 10,889. The fatality rate stands at 1.5%. The number of active cases of coronavirus currently stands at 29,479 in the country. Meanwhile, 123,286 people were vaccinated against COVID-19 on Wednesday alone. A total of 5.68 million people have received the first dose of the vaccine so far, while 5.05 million people have been fully vaccinated, the ministry informed. And now the news from economic front. Electricity generated by the Upper Tamakosi has been wasted after it was connected to the national transmission line. According to Nepal Electricity Authority, roughly 200 megawatt of electricity is being squandered during the day and about 400 megawatt at night. The NEA is incurring a daily loss of Rs 40 million due to regular wastage of electricity. The majority of the electricity available in the system is in reserve at night as per NEA. Despite the initiative to export reserve electricity to India, there has yet to be an effective response. Time for a short break here at Janata Bulletin. Stay tuned for international news. Welcome back. Now the international news. At least 10 people have been killed in a fire at a hospital treating COVID-19 patients in North Macedonia. Footage said on social media showed a building in flames and a thick cloud of black smoke billowing into the air near a main road in the city of Tetovo. Firefighters reportedly extinguished the blaze less than an hour after it broke out at about 21 o'clock local time on Wednesday. Health Minister Venko Phillips warned the number of casualties could rise. It is still unclear how many patients were being treated at the hospital in Tetovo when the incident occurred. The facility was reportedly constructed last year to take care for people made seriously ill from the coronavirus. North Macedonia has a population of about 2 million people, and the country has reported more than 180,000 cases of COVID-19 and 6,153 coronavirus-related deaths since the start of the pandemic, according to the Johns Hopkins University data. You're watching Janata Bulletin, and now the latest from the world of sports. Olympic champion Alexander Zverev moved into the US Open semi-finals with a straight-set victory over South African Lloyd Harris. German fourth seed Zverev 24 won 7-6, 8-6, 6-3, 6-4 in just over 2 hours. Zverev, who trailed 5-3 in the first set, was pegged back slightly in the third, but two early breaks had given him a resounding lead. He could face world number 1 Novak Djokovic in the semi-finals, so the serve overcome Matteo Berrettini. Zverev beat Djokovic in the Olympic semi-finals in July and is aiming to reach back-to-back US Open finals after finishing runner-up to Austria's Dominic Thiem in 2020. He was glad to advance in the front of a crowd on Arthur Ashe Stadium this time after spectators were not allowed to attend last year because of the coronavirus pandemic. South African Harris 24 ends an impressive tournament, having reached the third round of Grand Slam for the first time in Australia this year and backing it up in Newark. Harris led 5-3 in the first set and had set point in the tiebreak. However, Zverev, while trailing 5-3 in the opening set, slammed his racket into the ground after missing a forehand. We're at the end of Janata Bulletin, and the headlines once again. Hindu women observing Peace Festival today. Large number of people visiting temples despite the risks of COVID-19. Vice President of MCG visiting Nepal today. The high-level delegation will arrive for a 4-day visit. CPN UML obstructs lower house meetings. Speaker defers house meeting until Friday. North Macedonia hospital fire kills at least 10 people. Number of patients being treated still unclear. And Alexander Zverev moves into the US Open semis, likely to face Novak Djokovic in the last 4. And that's all from the English News Desk for today. You can follow Janata Television and our programs on various social media platforms, including on our website at janatasamachar.com. Keep watching Janata Television SD. Thank you for watching. Have an amazing day. Happy Tees. Namaste.